Drop it.
Screaming won't do you any good, but it's music to my ears. There is life, there is death, and then there is me. You're falling apart. What to do with the pieces? Ever seen your soul? Would you like to?
Thresh is the newest champion from Riot. This Deathbringer is a melee jungle support with a lot of mobility and versatility in what roles he can be played. With his long-reaching basic attack and his ability to maneuver the enemy at his will, he will be a real challenge. Thresh's Q is Shackle. He throws his scythe at the target, dealing magic damage and pulling them towards him slowly. If it is activated again, he pulls himself towards them. Thresh's W is Lantern Toss. Thresh throws a lantern that grants a shield to all allies who stand in its circle, and also reveals enemies in bushes. In addition, when an ally clicks on the lantern, they get the lantern and themselves pulled toward Thresh. Thresh's E is Sweep. This ability has the option to either knock away or bring toward an enemy depending on how the mouse is placed. It also has the ability to knock an enemy sideways or diagonally. Thresh's ultimate is called the Box. It places a hexagon around Thresh's current position. If an enemy walks through one of the walls, they are damaged significantly as slowed also significantly, for about 2 seconds. Additional walls passed through deal half the damage and half the slow.
A summoner has disconnected.
Hello guys and welcome back to Talking Time. This week we have Michael Glenn Norman, or MGN, or Kanashi. Say hello, Glenn Norman.
Hey there.
And we are going to be talking about the character you have just seen the abilities and fighting for, which is Thresh. I have a few questions, and as always, if you have better questions, put them below. If you agreed or disagree, put them below as well. We'd like to have a conversation going. Okay, Michael, so how do you like Thresh so far?
Well, he's a really, really interesting champ. I mean, the fact that he's got so much range in his basic attacks while having such a versatile and really mobile set of skills,
Okay.
it just really opens a new meta for where he could be played.
Yeah. Alright, how do you think he stacks up to other champions in the League of Legends?
Well, what's interesting is that he's meant to be a support, so I guess meaning to compare him to, say, Soraka, Sona, Blitzcrank, he's really one of the first really damaging and really offensive supports in the league. So stacked up, I reckon he will do really well with those early game champs, or even just if you can push laning phase with them in there, then you can have mid game champs like Misfortune going around. You can grab him, you can ult. It just really lines up for some chain CC and some epic team fights.
Do you think that Thresh coming out and being the champion that he is could change the way that people think of supports?
Oh yeah, maybe. I mean, his skills, everything, it's not set up as a normal support would be. Like, usually you'd expect heals, you'd expect stuns and stuff. I guess he does have that Q on the grab.
That's true.
But, his abilities are not quite set up as a normal support is. It's more set up as damage, so we might see some more kill lanes, we might even be looking into some more different supports. Like, I've seen quite a few Lee Sin and Pantheon supports.
Yeah.
Just sitting around stuns and knockback.
How do you think he will go in competitive play in tournaments and such?
Competitive play, now this is going to be interesting. Because he's got quite a lot of skill shots, in fact, I think everything except for his ultimate is a skill shot. So, it's really interesting. You might have some really good players who can aim well, who can land those shots. Or you may have some really slow players who just, they don't have any timing, any synchronization with their AD carry. So he can either be played really well if he can land those shots, or really poorly.
Yeah, and if you don't have communication with the AD carry, the lantern and also pulls and things would obviously be quite difficult to set up properly. Alright, what do you like about him so far?
So far, the thing I really like about this new champion is his mobility.
Okay.
I mean, you could build an AD, AP, it doesn't matter. You can just kite people around for so long. He can jump over walls, he can... Well, actually, I'm a little bit interested about his Q using your own dragon over a wall, seeing if that would work.
Okay.
Or using allies to jump over the wall with your lantern.
Yeah.
Bringing over people with your E. His own mobility is just amazing. I think it's what really makes him what he is.
What don't you really like about him?
The only thing I don't like about him is the fact that he has so many skill shots.
Okay.
I mean, if you miss one, the enemy's just going to take on that opportunity. They're going to dive in, see if they can get a stun off.
Yeah.
It really all comes down to if you can land that Q.
Okay. Lastly, what do you think you would want changed about him?
Been thinking about this for a while now, and I'm not really sure. I mean, if I were to want him to be more of a supportive character, I'd like his ultimate to be changed, because it's really just there for damage and that's slow. But, I don't know, I almost like the fact that he's got a skill set that's made for a damaging champion, yet he's built around a support, so he's really going to change up the meta.
Yeah, I think that what I would change about him, just because I wanted to put my 2 cents in, I think that his lantern should heal as well as give a shield, or even it could heal an ally but shield Thresh or something like that. I don't know, because he doesn't really have much of a heal, and the only real thing that he does is, unlike me with when I support, which is I really enjoy having the option to heal somebody, and the fact that he can't heal and the fact that he's more he sets people up and tries to get the AD carry in the best position they can. I don't really see him as a support, and I see him more as possibly a solo lane, and maybe even a good jungler because of his passive. But yeah, that's just what I think. Alright, thank you for speaking to us today, and hopefully you can be back next week. If not, there will be Papa D or somebody else, a new person. Thank you for talking to us.
Alright, thanks for having me.
Thank you.